My air sign collective, Aries. I just finished fire. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, forgive me. Forgive me. Is that a Halle and Chloe Bailey song that I'm channeling right now? But forgiveness. Somebody, you need to extend forgiveness to. Woo. Woo. Your life depends on it. I'm the one that layer signs and balances coming out. Come on, Libra. Come on, Libra. Libra, I want to cry. Libra, why do I want to cry? Ooh, it is so much. Ooh. Libra. I feel like right now, even though I am talking, I am bawling my eyes out, crying deeply. I'm talking about a snotty nose, like releasing cry. Like this is one of them ones of like years of pent up, whether it's frustration. I got Temperance at the bottom of the deck right now. It's those rainy days that feel like it's taking a lifetime just to wash away. I'm getting some Mary J. Blige energy up in here. Oh, there has been a lot of trauma in your past. Woo! Oh, split the deck. Oh, split the deck with anger. Split the deck with failure. Woo! Woo! You feel someone has failed you, air signs. People in your life have failed you. And you are mad as hell. Your inner child is mad as hell. Who you are right now is mad as hell. The decisions that you have made out of anger and fear within your past are... Ooh, it's here to strengthen you. Ooh, if you just listen. Oh my gosh. This is... Before I started your reading, my third eye just literally started... Ting, 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 ting. You would have thought somebody was like piercing a needle through. And I just seen 2, 3, 4... Your higher self, your soul self, oh my goodness, the chills that just went up my spine and through the back of my crown. Woo. I'm talking to some very high sensory beings right now. I'm just channeling the out of y'all's energy. Your higher self, your soul self is like calling out to you. I feel like is your savior right now. You are saving you right now if you just surrender and listen. There's a balancing of the scales that is happening, but y'all are undergoing some of the deepest work during Scorpio season. This transformation work that y'all are doing is for you. It being initiated by you, and it is only for you. And I feel like it's because for so long you have been doing so much work under the guise of others, or for the sake of others, or for the peace and sake of everybody else, that you have missed out on doing the work just for yourself. Somewhere you were told that, I want to say self-care is selfish, but that's kind of cliche, but somewhere, somehow you were told that, or you had a belief that you just got to take care of everybody else and you'll take care of yourself after the fact. But I feel like you have had this definition, this unconscious and warped definition of what peace is and what balance is. And this is something that I'll never forget, especially about Libras. When I started to study astrology, it literally, what stood out to me the most is that Libra is the balance. It is the balance. You don't show up and create it. What Libra tends to do specifically, this is for my Libra collective right now, what Libra tends to do specifically is show up and mirror and mimic and develop behaviors of that person that they're in a relationship with, of that environment, in hopes to bring in harmony. Sit with that. Because when you step back even further, that sounds like someone that has developed a tendency to people please for the sake of temporary peace and temporary satisfaction. But what happens when the people pleaser to please everybody but they damn self? Somebody mad as hell. What happens when you've done this your whole life and every decision you've made, from your lovers to your career to everything, was to please everybody else but your damn self? So this energy of failure here is as above, so below, as within, so without. Not only have people around you failed you, but in some instances, you also feel as if you have failed within yourself. You failed yourself, that the quality of life, the life that you are experiencing, just ain't the one that you signed up for. But it is obviously the one that you said yes to. So I feel like right now, patience and pause is here. Go and look at that fire sign reader, because y'all either have a fire element in your chart, or and perseverance. These all, pause and perseverance, literally just came out in my fire sign collective. So yeah, there could be some gems in there for you. And if you want a snapshot of everything, air signs, read all 4 elements. Something about reading listening to all 4 of the readings, taking your time, listen to the collective reading, or maybe just the collective reading will just give you, watch the collective reading and the fire reading. I'm gonna leave it at that. But all of these cards, I'm channeling, everything I'm channeling for the air signs, it's literally coming straight from source, straight from your higher self right now. I feel like relationship have played a really large part in the reflection that you are under right now, under the Scorpio new moon. It's deep reflection. It's like you're under the Scorpio new moon. In order for you to take the next step and initiate this really deep change, you have to look at your relationships. Your relationships are a reflection of you to a degree, in the way in which that you showed up in them. I don't know why I'm doing this. It could be 6 relationships, 6 people, 3 people, 3 people on your mom's side, 3 people on your daddy's side. Hell, I don't know. 6 is a significance for you, but also balance. Okay. Even in the score energy. But what's really come to me is your definition of failure is being redefined, because what I love about the higher perspective of failure is what it comes to teach us. Because now I love failing, because the more I fail, the more closer I am to the resolution. You want to know, this is wrong, or I did that wrong. You want to fail faster. The faster you fail, the faster you fail forward, because now you have a whole, I feel like, lifetime, or at least a chapter or chapters in your life, relationships in your life, whatever you are putting a keen eye of reflection on. I'm hearing like to take notes or to take heed to like your growth. The way in which you do so is you look at your past, you look at relationships, but I also feel like your triggers right now, your anger. Who, what, when, where, and why triggers your anger? Who, what, when, where, and why brings you in this level of pause and patience? I actually feel like pause and patience and listen is like a thing. It's like a thing. Okay. Ooh, that's how to shift. Ooh, it's like I just played a game of Tetris right now. A game of Tetris, but balance is still at the forefront. Because you're transforming so deeply for the sake of this balance that you're on a soul retrieval type of mission right now under the Scorpio season, the Scorpio new moon air signs. And it's like an aspect of yourself. The transmutation of this anger, fear, and failure. This is what you're transmuting and alchemizing. This is real deep, like dense energy, air signs. Rejection wounds all up in here. Rejection wounds, sensitivity all up in here. Because the reason why a lot of us develop people-pleasing tendencies is because we don't want to ever be told no, denied. But what is denial? Denial is nothing but redirection for better. That's why I feel like definition of failure is being transformed as you transmute all of this anger and fear. Because this anger and fear has been so much of who you are on the inside. It's like this energy of like, if you aren't, it's kind of like they go hand in hand. Like, if you ain't mad as hell, then you scared as fuck. It just depends. And I'm getting this, like, this is like an inner child thing. Like, you either mad as hell or you either scared as fuck. It's one or the other, you know? And this has created a level of imbalance that has had you looking at opportunities and relationships and people in the past as if you had failed, or as you fell short, or as if you did not, you didn't complete it to a level of satisfaction because you don't have the fruits of it. You know, it's like a woulda, coulda, shoulda type of scenario, thinking like, if I had said this or if I had done that, then maybe I could have been with that person, but it's all still externalized happiness, not realizing that no matter who, what, when, where, or why it was done, it happened exactly how it needed to happen to get you here, so that you can begin failing forward. Because I feel like within the definition and under the guise of like the programming, the indoctrination, the trauma, the intergenerational trauma and all that, that you got lost in the sauce of everything that was sent to change you. And I'm saying, like, all the changes and everything that has happened leading up to this point, this is just how your story is supposed to unfold. But it's given like that's not the end of the story. That's not the end all be all. Like, some of your best days still haven't happened. I want to tell you that, air signs. Like, your best days are actually ahead of you. But it's time for you to transmute this energy right now. Use this Scorpio new moon right now. Use these tools right now. Get into therapy right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it would just behoove you. If you listen. What voice are you listening to? This one? The voice of fear, the voice of anger, the voice of failure, or the voice of your soul that truly has gone unscathed. Oh my God, my womb area is just like, So there is some womb trauma. There is some mother issues. And that could be for the female, but I'm getting a male energy of like air signs. Like, you could have some mother wounds, like some deep mother wounds. Like, and your mom could also be a active participant in your life, or just an active energy in your life. But I'm hearing like the strength of a woman. Maybe you're looking at the strength of your own mom, or lack thereof, and how that has played a role in who you became, how that molded you, what you took from her, what she displayed in front of you. She probably could have displayed the opposite of what strength was. Weakness. You have a very keen eye on everyone around you right now, because for some reason the only way that you can see you clearly is to see yourself reflected back in others that you have said yes to being a part of, like your path, your lifeline, your timeline, and your story. Our relationships do mirror us. And right now I feel like the only reason why you're outside looking in is because you're actually doing it. What am I trying to say? It's not a take note, like you're taking score, you're taking a tally. You're literally like doing that whole, if you was to lay out your finances, your love life, your health, your happiness, your well-being, and you used to put these all on paper, maybe rate them from 1 to 10, look at hiccups, all that type of stuff, confirmation, okay, that type of energy. That's what you're being guided to do during this Scorpio new moon, so that you're taking stock. Because at the end of the day, you're ready. You have a level of perseverance that is unmatched. It's like the minute, if you listen, the minute you're willing And I picked it up and it came back in reverse. So you're having a time, air signs, with surrendering to to your highest self. But the thing is, you're pausing more and you actually are listening. And I feel like the strength card is literally the strength card. Like, I'm on some major, like, it's taking everything within you to level up internally, to love yourself enough through this deep transformation to come out of the other side balanced within. This is an internal balance. So right now, I think you're realizing that your external world is actually a reflection of your internal world. Everybody around you is a reflection of all the yeses and the nos. But ultimately, the life you are living, the 3D, is a reflection of your internal. And so I'm hearing this message is for everyone, because I'm hearing like this energy of like there are some people that are higher up who like knows this, but they don't really live it. Like, it's a level of, it's like this is Aquarian energy that I'm picking up on, like, which is a lot more egoic. That's why there is a lack of patience, and patience that kind of shows up within that collective energy is what I'm channeling. Because it's like, the energy of a God complex. Like, oh, I already know what to do and how to do it. It's just everybody else's fault. It is kind of like, maybe the rejection is for your betterment. Because I feel like Aquarians could have been facing some rejection, or like really like being asked during the Scorpio new moon and Scorpio full moon to like, or Scorpio season, to like get to the root of those rejection issues. And maybe you have discovered them, or you're newly discovering them. But either way, it's like the way in which you go about protecting yourself or navigating spaces is being asked to like level up. I feel like there's new information from your higher self for the best way forward for you to operate and show up within your relationships and just show up in general. That'll be of a more support for you. That'll like help you be more balanced. Because I feel like a part of the Aquarius collective, you still deal with a lot of fear, anger, and failure issues. Fear, anger, and failure is the theme of what you are transforming and transmuting. And Spirit it's giving a support system, but outsourced support system. So different types of therapies. Maybe you're into yoga. Maybe you're into small groups of some sort. That type of energy. But it is for you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this isn't something that is you're doing with someone else that you've had issues with. No, like, this is like, I'm in this for me. I'm doing this for me. That's it. That's the focus. You are the focus right now. Temperance is here because this will have a emotional pouring, a groundedness, and you must be grounded as well as emotionally at a good level of like ebb and flow. It's a yin and yang. It's masculine and feminine. It's higher self, shadow self. It's a intertwining. It's a tango. It's like when we alchemize energy and transmute energy. Now that we know we're aware of, it's taking the higher self and the shadow. It's taking the past and the present. It's taking the ego and the soul self to come together as one. So this is like a union. Again, yoga may be like a really beautiful outlet for you at this time, but it is a yoking that is happening here. But what needs to be released is this. All of this is being asked to be transmuted into strength, patience, and balance. Look at these. Look at this. I'm being told to read that failure card because it's going to help make all of this make sense. But look at this. Look at the light. The light from over there is just catching so highly on this balance card. But you're transmuting fear, anger, and failure into balance, patience, and strength. Air signs. This was a full channel message from your higher self. Like, this is nothing but God. This is nothing but Source speaking to me, through me, for you right now. That's it. Right now, you know those moments when you lock in and it's like, it's just me and God right now. No one else matters. No one else got any type of clearance right now. Like, it's me and my Creator, and me tending to the relationship within, knowing that God is within me. That's all I'm doing right now. Like, you locked in on something different, whereas usually it'll be a lot of people, places, and things. This is hermit mode. This is going within. This is deeply transforming. This is deep transformational work. All the tools I'm putting out, all the tools that have been calling your name, all the rest, all of the journaling, the therapies, whatever. These are all tools to help you go from this to this. These are two totally different versions of you. This is a totally different way of being. This is changing your internal into this. Internally transforming all of this into this. So now, your external world, which is the summation of all of this, will now be a reflection of this. But it's an inside job. Whole time you thought it was an outside job. Whole time you thought it was going to be people, jobs, roles. You created identities and personalities around X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Whole time, God is like, baby, it's just you and me. You and me. That's the relationship that matters above all. That's the relationship that begins and ends with everything. That creates everything. You and me. Lock in, air signs. Lock in. Pause. Listen. This is the in between of those two. The sacred pauses of you praying, of you meditating, of you literally going within and you listening, you taking heed. So if you just ask how do I go from fear, failure, and anger? How do I go from this to balance, patience, and strength to this? You do this. You pause and you listen. And when you listen, what happens when you really listen? You're given the tools. You're given the next steps. You're given the information. You know how to behave with this divine intel. This is your information station. Your intel is coming straight from God. It's coming straight from Source. Trust it. Trust your intuition. Trust that you are gifted. Trust what is being given to you. Trust the dreams. Trust the music. Trust the people. Trust the angels. Trust the divine intervention. Trust the divine timing. God is trying to tell you something. That song is literally screaming. I just seen 333. God is trying to tell you something. It's that I'm getting a part on Sister Act. Did that come off Sister Act? But I'm also getting that part of like the preacher's wife too. When the choir was in there singing and they were praising. Some of y'all just need to simply go to church. Go back to church. Find you a church family. Get into it. Some of y'all need to bring it back to the basics and let the Lord in. And from there, it is going to trigger, the soul self. It's going to bring you back home to creating a firmer, solid foundation. One that is built on love and strength. One that is built on patience and kindness. One that is built on balance and beauty. Because that's what it is that you're seeking. I love you, air signs. This was a message straight from your higher self. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm excited for you to do this work for you for the first time for you. And I will put the definition of this failure card on the community board so that y'all can screenshot it and have it to work for, because you are that's something that I feel plagues you on a deeper level. But yes, good new day. Love you, love you, love you. Happy healing, happy transformation. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Yes, I am taking personal readings because I feel like some of y'all need to book a personal reading. So